toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the BYU Cougars, taking on a team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Louisville's offense will have the ball first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
The Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Now adjusting. He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now they're going to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Hauser. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. The Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Using his legs to buy some time. Inside the 45. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. 6th play of the drive coming up. Power football with the run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Golden. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Under fire. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. It's good, and that was... solid, perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So BYU's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Buckmeyer. Get it out on the screen. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. It's a draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. A 3rd down try for the offense. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Rushes on him. Got it in the middle. It's Phillips. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. BYU has this offense clicking. Finding an escape route. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. On the run, it's Peoples. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. BYU with the 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking to throw, it's Buckmeyer. They're working that left side. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Phillips. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, BYU!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Louisville has it back on the offense, coming out ready to attack. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The give on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback on the keep. Gets it past the marker. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Cardinals! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Iowa is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to Iowa State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Finds the tight end. Turning it on. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. BYU now into the red zone. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man in the middle. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. Give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Louisville for a fun first half than you? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Cardinals will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Complete to start this drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Bachmeier. That's caught, it's Phillips. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Phillips. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Split-backs here. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. He's looking to pass. Makes the catch. It's golden. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Throws to the back. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup. And that has been a rare sight in this one. He dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And the Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cardinals. They take the lead with the 6.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your please.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Give to the back.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the 2nd half.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Good timing on the quick out.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Well, This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On third down, he drops to throw. With the catch, it's Ross. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. The handoff to Johnson. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Had to throw it before he wanted. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. That's caught, it's Ross. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. The Cougars are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having...
Breaks into the open. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Peoples. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
and it's no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And this kick will be marked down just inside the 45-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Looking for a man, it's Bachmeier. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted, receiver ran on the route, just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. There he goes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. A sky-high punt. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They want that clock to run. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pocket breaking down. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Cardinals come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Coming up, 4th down.
Off play action. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation.